All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Tuesday edition of the training. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Hope you have a good Monday. Hopefully, the Tuesday is going well. To everybody that's coming in, good morning, good afternoon. If we can put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, that would be helpful. Two if you're returning, that would be great. So one if you're just making your way through the platform, learning a little about it. Two if you are you've had Dubb for a while, you've been using it, you've been recording videos or you are familiar with a lot of stuff that we're doing. Also a two, if you've had Dubb but you haven't been into the training in a while and you're just coming back in to see what's new, that would be fantastic. So Sue, let's see, Craig, Eric. Let's say Craig two. Okay, great. Wendy two. Fantastic. Let's see who else. Eric, okay. All right, fantastic. That's really good. Maurice, welcome back. That's awesome. Okay, so any new folks? Any new folks? I'm not seeing any ones in there. Okay. For the twos that have showed up, let me just pop over here really quick and say hi to everyone. Hey, Craig, if you want to say hi, you can unmute yourself if you'd like to. If not, you can say hi in the chat. Hey, Craig,
Hey, good day.
how are you?
Doing fine.
So what's happening? What kind of brings you our way this morning?
Oh, you're in my email. It said click in to check a Zoom with Dubb, and I said, oh, maybe I'll learn something new. So I'm here just to see what you're doing.
Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, we've added quite a few things over the past year, so we'll be running through a good amount of those. So that's awesome.
I'm fairly new, but I've been making videos, so I put a two.
Nice. That's awesome. That's really great. What's been your favorite one so far? Have you done screen videos, mobile app ones? What have you done?
I'm probably a simple user. I sit here and I kind of I don't really like that green aura that shows up behind me when I got my green screen up. So I record my videos in Zoom and I transfer them over to Dubb, and I'm using them for advertisements and real estate.
Ah,
And
very
I,
nice.
I, I get the with the background going and everything. So so we're all good.
Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, when we're running through the stuff here today, I always kind of mention like if you're in this industry, if you're in this works pretty good. So we'll definitely run through that too. Cool. Well, good to meet you, Craig. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to drop them in the chat.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, of course. And then Eric, how are you, Eric? Let's see, pop over Eric here. Eric, how you doing? If you can hear me, you can unmute yourself. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up, Eric?
Not too much. We signed up some time back just to give it a try as an agency
Nice.
and rolled out to our SaaS users. So we've had three accounts, been testing with some clients, had some really good success, doing a lot of video marketing for cold outreach. So we're just starting to get our feet wet and make some videos and hit the ground running.
That's awesome. You should do a if you guys haven't done it yet, you should do a good old A/B test of like video and no video to give that a shot. Just to see like
Absolutely.
because a lot of the times, the subject line, as you know, it's like, what everybody tests the subject line, what are they? And we've done some testing before where if you record one video related to a group you're reaching out to on cold, and then you also do another one with no video, and it has that short subject line, short question and a statement, and then if someone responds, then you send them a video back. So it's a nice little test you could do.
Absolutely. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, 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 of course. Cool. So let me see who else. Jim. Hey, Jim. Let's see. I think you're a two, right, Jim? Oh, I don't know if you put anything in there. How are you, Jim?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Can you hear me okay? Let me see if I can. Something's weird about my Zoom here. I can't get to my camera.
Oh,
But
it's turned off for the training. So you guys are
oh,
in the
no
audio
worries.
of things.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you, Jim? Are you new to Dub or are you returning?
I've had a Dubb account for about 3 or 4 months, and I've got to admit I've not used it very much. I am wanting to do more in terms of outreach. I'm a stress management and resilience coach to attorneys and engineers and analytical people. And part of what I've been recommended by Rhonda Shear, she really recommended that I get a lot of FaceTime per se.
Mhm.
And so I'm not sure exactly how to do that. I'm looking for some strategy that might work. I've tested it a few times, but I haven't been an active user. So if you could encourage me ways to at least test it and the responses that I get
Yeah.
via email or whatever, that'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, no, of course. Hey, listen, we all need stress management, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally agree with
I'm
that.
I'm
That's
available.
that's industry agnostic. So that's
That's
very
that's
funny.
it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, no, we'll run through the when I'm running through it now, we're going to go through the kind of the different ways to record, what works and what kind of leans towards one certain thing, and then also some customization stuff and some stuff we've added, which is pretty neat. So, feel free to drop any questions in the chat, Jim, as we kind of make our way through. And let's see, Sue. Hey, Sue, how are you, Sue? As we kind of make our way down here. Let's see, Sue. I think you're returning. I believe. If you can hear me, okay, Sue. If not, you can say hi in the chat. Sometimes we're all multitasking, doing a bunch of different things. So, but hi, just want to say hi. And let's see, Wendy, I believe, welcome back, Wendy. I believe your name looks super familiar. So
I wasn't sure. I don't have a mute button, so I was like, can you hear me rustling around back there? Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I love Dubb. I've shared it a lot. I'm creating a Voices for Peace video campaign. My goal is to get 1,000 videos out, and I wanted to get some ideas on the best way to do that. I've just been shooting them on my phone and putting them on YouTube, but I want to get some other ideas.
and what is it for, Wendy? Like, what's the goal? You're trying
Well, my nonprofit, we have a peace and conflict resolution campaign we support in the refugee camps in Africa,
to?
and it's made a huge difference and reduced the violence by like 60%.
Yeah,
We put like 1,800 people through in the last 6 months,
yeah.
and yeah, it's paused right now for funding. So I'm trying to create a movement.
And,
You
and
know.
and the goal is reaching out to get people to contribute or to kind of release the funds or what's kind of the goal?
Well, yeah, part one to bring awareness
Mhm.
to the violence and the answer, which is conflict resolution training,
Mhm.
and also to hopefully stimulate some donations. I'm asking for a video and $10, and if I get 1,000 of that, then that's $10,000. We can do another 2,000 people in the campaign. So,
You could do something where maybe money equals people, money equals how you could do something with a subject line where you could have the something with the $10 and how the
mhm.
10 equals a 10 on the scale of saving some or you could do something neat. I put it into chat like some ideas, like give me like 10 ideas with the idea of $10 equaling kind of the goal.
Uh-huh.
I would do that with the visuals possibly behind you. If you're recording from your webcam, maybe you have a nice screenshot behind you. Use the phone with a message on it. I'll show all this in a minute, but I'm saying
Okay.
you could do something like that that visually is interesting for them to see.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
That
that's kind
sounds
of my
great.
quick take on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Well, Wendy, put some questions in the chat as we go. I'm going to start in 1 second. Kyan, I saw your question. What's a good dub video idea to follow up with a lead? Typically, when it comes to following up, and we'll kind of talk about this more when we jump into kind of the sequencing, but, we've found over the years, if some initial message goes out, depending on what you have set up, whether it's a drip and its automations, or if you just reached out even on a one-to-one basis and you saw maybe with the tracking, did they watch the video? Did they open it? What did they do to kind of give you an idea of how to follow up? Because with the tracking, if you're sending a video, if someone watched, 0%, 100%, 50, 20, whatever it is, you knowing what the content was when you send it can really frame your follow-up in terms of like, hey, listen, Kyan, I saw you saw half of the video. I know you learned about this because you know what the content is, but let me talk to you a little bit about what you might have missed at the end, and then you can get into that topic, and that could be the point of your outreach. Because if it was say a video about a property, and the second half talked about this specific thing, that could be the lead of what you're saying in your subject line, and also the content of your video. So it really is very dependent upon the action or inaction that someone took. As far as the style of it, it really depends on the industry and what you're doing. But that's the whole point is regardless of how you deliver it, that's really what you want to pay attention to. Okay, so let me pop in here. Let me share my screen and let's jump into some good stuff. And then I'll show you where everything is. All right, let me share here. Here we go. Okay, so when you are logged into your Dubb account, this is where you're going to be. You're going to be right in your Dubb dashboard here. Now, if you do need help, this little spot right down over here is pretty good to use, our little intercom system. You can chat with the AI agent or you can chat with a human being on the team. You also can put some keyword searches in right in here, desktop app, Chrome extension, email sending, and you'll typically get an article and a video as well. And then also over here to the right, we just added this, God, I think it was about 3 or 4 months ago now. We added auto right here. So a lot of the time, if you're in your Dubb account and you log in and it looks like this, where it's like this, all you have to do to move this out of the way, if you want auto not to take up so much space, you can just tap auto and it will move like that. And then it'll show you the whole screen because down here to the right, some of the stuff might be cut off when auto opens like that. See how it's not there? So you just want to be able to navigate auto back and forth when you want to use it. Auto's there for, a lot of questions. Like if I say, what are the best real estate related videos to make, right? A little bit more of a strategy question. And you hit send, Auto is going to give the answer, and then typically we'll give some links at the end. So when Ruben and Darius and the team, when they were building this out with Auto with information, a lot of it obviously is very Dubb centric, but also it's pretty expansive in terms of this. See how it gave me the number of videos right here and what kind to record, and then down here at the bottom, it's going to give me some links at the end, I believe. Yeah, right here for the live training and all this stuff right here, founder coaching. So it gives you that stuff right there. So Auto's pretty neat to use and it will stay there right there. If I close it, open it back up, it'll still have that in there like that. Now, also in terms of the training, obviously right here under training, you're in the live training right now, but there was also this second link right here. And if you click this here, this is going to go to Dubb Academy. So this is a nice kind of orderly library of videos that were created with the titles. You can see them all right here. And if you make your way through, you can learn a lot about Dubb in a very orderly kind of A to Z fashion. The last thing under here is founder coaching. So this is where Ruben and Darius, if you have a Pro Plus account, we have Pro and Pro Plus. If you're on Pro Plus, Ruben and Darius do coaching twice a week, Tuesday, Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. And it's a little bit more of a deep dive into the technology side, but also the strategy side. They have a little open mic form that you can fill out about your business, and they can give you advice in and out of the platform on that. Also, they have their own library of educational videos and archives that they go through. It's very accountability based, and it's a lot of fun. Ruben and Darius have been doing this since the beginning, and they have a lot of knowledge to impart. The other part down here is being a partner. So Dubb Partners, I think most of you here know this, but if you don't, click the Apply Now button within your account. It'll create a little Dubb link for you here. And when you share that link, and if someone subscribes to Dubb, you get a 30% recurring commission on that. You can also get an additional 10%. So if one of you sent me your Dubb link, and I'm like, oh man, this is great, and I subscribe to Dubb, you get the 30%. But then I'm like, you know what? I like Dubb. I'm going to go tell someone about Dubb. I get them to subscribe. You get another 10%. So it's simple 30 and 10. And we tell everybody, if you're on a pro account, 4 or 5 people, you got a free account. Now we're paying you. So if you do know, like you're thinking, okay, who do I know referral wise that could use something like Dubb? Either invite them in here to the training, dubb.com/T, or let us know. Like if you get a group of people together, let me know. I can always come in and pitch for you if you want to do that. So, because we want you to be able to have a free account. And then in terms of recording, so within the dashboard here, there's a number of options that you can do. But first off, we have to think about what is the style of video that we're sending. Now, when you record a Dubb video, most of you know this, but if you don't, when you record a Dubb video, the first 3 seconds is going to be this, an animated video GIF preview. So whatever you're doing, if you're doing jumping jacks, jumping up and down, whatever you're doing, hopefully you're smiling at the same time. That's going to be the repeated motion that's going to show in here. You can, with editing, take a different part of the video, kind of like social media, where you can slide the thumbnail, whatever one you want. You can upload your own as well. But to really be time efficient when you're making these videos, it's good to kind of get yourself set up, ready to go, so you don't have to spend the time doing that after. You can if you want to, but it's easier to kind of know what you're going to do here. This is an example of something that can be sent recorded from the basic webcam right inside the Dubb platform. I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone, so I can type whatever message I want. And this is where you can really hone in on if it's one-to-one, obviously, the name has always worked really well. But if it was one-to-one and you are either introducing yourself or you've had a conversation with that person and it's kind of a follow-up, what is that message that's going to be on there that's really interesting to that person? You can also send one to many. So if this is like an upstate, a newsletter update in real estate or whatever industry you're in, you have your contacts and you want to reach out to them for like a webinar coming up, or there's been some big change, or there's some new thing that they need to know about or be aware of. Maybe it's people that said no at one point, but you want to re-engage them, no to a yes question mark. So just think about what is the question or statement on that phone that is going to make them stop and think about, okay, I have a little bit of context on this. Like you're not giving away the whole thing, but there's context on it. And typically, when you're sending these by email, whatever this message is on the phone, you kind of want to have some degree of that up there in the subject line that kind of mirrors it a little bit because you got to get them to open it first. One of the biggest things we always say when you do send them, always put the word video in the subject line. It is rare that you see it. So this is one style, and you want to remember the movement. It's an animated GIF, so have some kind of movement to it so it's not so stilted. From that same camera, you can also record something like this with just a virtual background behind, just a drop behind there. Again, it's just about context. You know, if Sarah got this video, she's okay, I know this video is about me. It's got my profile behind me, but you can go further with that. Properties and real estate, insurance, maybe there's a screenshot that you have, coaching and consulting. Maybe there's a good article that you want to share that you can point to. Again, it's giving someone some context. There's also another style that you can do, and it's this one right here. This is recorded with the basic Chrome extension recorder that we have. It's all browser-based screen recorders. So Chrome extension, any website that you want to share where you want to be on top of it, and you're pointing something out. Now, in this case, you know right away what it's about. It has the title of the article. I'm pointing right at it. I'm in the shape of the same square that's in the middle. So when I cover this in a second, I'm going to show you about how it's important to do size, placement, and shape because it's a very clear message about what this thing is. Now, you can go another level deep if you don't want to just show the title of it. You can go to an interesting part of this update or article or website or wherever you're sharing and go right to a point that is at the heart of the matter. So if this was it's a market update, maybe there's a number in there that I'm really going to get to when I'm giving the update. So it's kind of like you're giving a preview of the best part of that video. YouTube people do that all the time. So you could go down to the part of the website, use an annotation tool, circle the one you want to talk about, and that's pretty interesting. You also can do the Dubb desktop app, which is a screen recorder we have that's not browser based. It flies over the top of everything like a drone on the top. It can get your whole computer screen. It can go on top of Canvas slides like you see here, videos, documents, listing agreements, contracts. You can crop around things. It's pretty amazing. So if the Chrome extension that did this didn't exist, you could live in the desktop world and do the same kind of thing. Just a little bit more nuance to it. And then the last thing here is the mobile. So a lot of people like the picture in picture, especially if they're in real estate. But if you're not in real estate, picture in picture, which uses both cameras on the phone, you can be in any industry. You can be walking around the office, you can go for a nature walk. We're used to seeing that with social media where you're giving some advice to someone. You could show something on your laptop where you're zooming in like this with your hand with the phone. It's just something a little more creative for someone to see that again gives them some context. But regardless of what style you choose for these, when someone gets them and they click on it, it's all about the next steps of the landing page. So we call this in Dubb terms a preset, a customized landing page. So it's going to have your logo, top left. It's going to have the video that you recorded. Then to the right, it's going to have your playlist videos. They're going to play right after this video that you've made. The power of the playlist is you want to record a video. See how we have a 2-minute explainer about Dubb? What you can do is record a video, I'd say a minute or less, about what you do, kind of like your pitch video. So you don't have to say that every time you reach out to someone, whether it's one-to-one or one to a group. Because the one thing we've noticed is people, I mean, you want to focus on them, like I want to focus on Sarah. Like, what's the reason I reached out for her or the group? And I can really hit that point home. And then all I have to do to save time is talk about her and the point that I want to make and say, listen, check out this next video. It's going to play right after this. It's going to break everything down. And that's basically your pitch video. So that will always play after and will save you the breath of having to say the constant things over and over. And then below here, you've got your buttons, your call to action buttons, like we're CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've consumed the content up here? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Probably the number one button in sales. Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to fill out a document? Fill out a form, download a document, agreement, contract, email you back? There's a number of choices that you could have people do down here. But the whole idea behind this is motivation one-to-one or one-to-many, followed by a video about what you do, followed by video testimonials if you have them. Now, if you don't have video testimonials, this button right here, reply with video, is a really great way to get them. So what you can do is instead of meeting in Zoom, you can send someone a video, have that button below it. Hey, this is Rob Darius. Listen, we'd love to get a video testimonial from you. We're so glad that you're using the platform, but I want to hear your story. And I think other people would love to hear your story. And then you can ask whatever questions you want to ask them. They send this video back to you. They don't have to download anything, nothing fancy. And when they send it back to you, you'll get a little notification in your video library that says, hey, you got a video reply. And then down here, you add it to the playlist. So this is the very powerful kind of sequencing that has worked over the years. One to one or one to many, followed by a video about what you do that's always there to play after, followed by video testimonials. The last part of this page is SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And we added this, God, I think it was about a year ago now. I think that we've had it. You don't have to have the AI on the page if you don't want to. It's just a button inside the platform. But the advantage to having the AI in here is that when you send someone a video, all you have to do is say, okay, someone saw it, and maybe they're thinking about booking a time with me, but maybe they have questions before they do that. So over here to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs. They can ask the AI a question. And when the AI gets asked a question, it's going to give an answer, but then it's going to push for whatever your desired outcome is. It can also collect email, name, phone number if you need to. But see out here, it says, hey, ready to book a time with Rob. So it's pushing for this action to happen over here after the answer is given. Now we have a whole training on this, but SIA is educated with website links from your website. So individual website pages. It will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And then you also can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both. And you can have SIAs that are individually educated on certain parts of your business, or you can have an all-knowing one SIA that's on any of your pages that you're sending out. Now, again, the whole idea here is you send someone a video, they get some kind of context, they want to click on it, and when they do, they're here. Now, all of this is tracked. Did someone open the email? Did they watch the video? If they did, what's the percentage? Did they click on any button? Did they just view the page? And all of this, like I was saying earlier, will shape your follow-up because you'll know what action they've taken. Now, when you think about these preset landing pages, think about them in terms of your audience. So if I was in recruitment and I worked with employers and I worked with candidates, two very different groups, I would want preset landing pages for recruits and for employers because the videos are going to be different. And maybe the buttons down here are different as well. And the information over here from your SIA, if you have one on there, will be different. So you want to speak to those segments of your audience. When you think about these preset landing pages, think about them as speaking directly to those segments. In real estate, buyers and sellers, completely different. FSBO's expired, it's different. Insurance, different kinds of insurance policies. Coaching and consulting, different industries. So you always can segment out your audience and speak directly to them. And that's the whole idea of these pages. Now, when you're on a paid plan, you have an optimization set up. The team helps you set all this stuff up, so you're ready to go. Now, this style right here that we saw, this one or this one, here is how you would record that. So inside your Dubb dashboard, red camera icon right up here at the top. That's where you can upload a video into the platform or you can record from your webcam. Now, if you want to do the virtual background behind you, just go below, select virtual background, go down a little bit further, go to your photos, and then all you have to do is upload any screenshots that you have into this area. And then once you do that, you have a library right inside here. And we know that people's profiles have worked well, properties in real estate, articles, company websites, whatever you have that you want to have behind you, that again will give that level of context that you want. You also can do this for the phone, like we saw with the whiteboard. So all you do is get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And once you have it on your phone, that's when you're going to decide what do you want to type for a message. So here is the mobile app. Here is the button right here, this little square button with the person right in the corner. So when you select that there, that's when it's going to open up your place to type. And that's all that I did before. So again, whether it's a person's name, question, statement, turn it like this and a little point. Nice and simple, just a little lean in, little movement to it. That makes all the difference right here. Now you also have on this recording, and every recording we have with Dubb, you have a teleprompter. So if you do want to read from a teleprompter, it's pretty awesome. Like if you haven't used it before, definitely give it a shot because once you get used to it, it's a nice way to deliver the stuff. You can do it very efficiently. And all it takes is just some practice, reading it through a couple times so the words don't surprise you. And it sounds pretty natural if you end up doing it. So what you would do is you can click in here. Then you can go right to scripting if you want to. If I click this button here, it's going to open up a new tab and I'm right inside the platform. I can copy and paste a script from AIRA, our AI writer, or ChatGPT, or a document that I have. I can create a script and save it right inside the platform. I also can search by scrolling scripts that I have in here, or I can search for a script by title, just like this. And when it pops down, I'm going to have the speed that I can adjust right here. I'm going to have my play button to see if I like the speed. I can back the text off or I can zoom it in. Now, when I hit record, here's kind of what this video would look like if I did the whole thing here. Hit record, I have a countdown, it would be like this. Hey, Rob, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the recording, click it again, keep resuming. I also can click the red X if I want to delete the video, and it'll always ask you, are you sure that you want to do this? And if I want to save this into the Dubb platform, it is the blue check mark right here. And if I want to close the teleprompter, this little button right there. So this is a really nice way to reach out in terms of this setup here, phone, virtual background. You could even combine both if you wanted to. And it's a nice way to really get them to want to click on something. I'm going to click the check mark here, and this is going to save this video into the Dubb platform. Now, once it saves into the platform, it's going to take me to the video edit page inside of Dubb. So any video that you record on your computer and you hit save, it's going to take you to this area right inside here, which we're going to come back to in a minute. But what I want to look at right now is the next kind of style of recording that we mentioned, and that is this one here. This is the Chrome extension browser-based screen recorder. Any website you want to share, this is how you'd want to do it. So if I wanted to share this, I would do this. If I wanted to reach out on LinkedIn, this is another great way to do it. So as an example, any website you want, all you have to do is get the Chrome extension right up here at the top. Just Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's like a 3 or 4 step process. Once you have it pinned up here, click on it here, and it puts you right on the page. Now, when I was talking about before, placement, size, and shape, I wouldn't go too big because you're covering a lot of the stuff you want someone to see, especially when you're reaching out on LinkedIn. You want them to see their profile. You can change different shapes if you want to, depending on the feel of the page. If it was more angular, I would do something like this. In this case with LinkedIn, I'm going to stay inside a circle. Placement, I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben right here. I could even do a little eclipse motion if I wanted to do something like that to make it a little more fun. But you're right here. And then inside the bubble, you have some other functions. You can zoom yourself in for a tighter frame. You can back yourself up. You can physically move yourself around inside of this bubble. You can jump to full screen when you want to make a point, jump back to the page. You have an annotation tool that you can use right over here if you want to use this. You also can come over here to the right, turn off your camera. If you just wanted to do an audio walkthrough of a website for someone, typically that's better once you know the client because obviously you want to make that first impression by them seeing you. You technically can use your profile picture as well. Now, when it comes to virtual background, you have that as an option right here. All you do is go down to the bottom, virtual background, and you can pop it right inside the bubble. You could even use this inside the bubble here if you wanted to do that and get extra creative in terms of the message. You also have a teleprompter available here. Click this little button. Here's your teleprompter. Come right in here. Search for your script like we did before. This one's a little bit different. So this does give you the speed here. It does let you back the text off or zoom it in. But on this one, you can physically grab the sides like this. And you can move it around wherever you want to move it around to. So obviously I'm going to put it up towards the camera at the top. Now the thing about the teleprompter and about the Chrome extension in general, the Chrome extension, since it is browser based, you don't want to go full screen because you're going to hide the teleprompter and there's nowhere to click on it if you want to use it. So leave a little bit of a gap here. There's also 3 different recording options. If I go camera, that's going to open up like a webcam. If I go screen, it's going to record my entire computer screen. It's going to get all my tab mess that I have at the top. So if you are going to do that and you want to bounce around with some tabs, just clean it up, make it a little neater. The teleprompter, unfortunately, will show in the screen recording one, so I wouldn't use it. If I'm going to do a full screen recording and get everything on my screen, I'm going to use the desktop recorder, which I'm going to show after this because it does not show. However, if you go tab, though, this will not show in the recording and you can use it just fine. So you put tab, click record, tap it to bring it forward. Tab's a good option because it's just a nice clean cut of the page. You're not going to see any of the open tabs. It's just the page that you're on. Now, when I hit record here, here's what this would look like. There's my tab. I'm going to select it. You can see it right here to the right. I'm going to click share. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Saw your profile on LinkedIn. Thought I would reach out because I noticed something I want to talk to you about. Check this out. So I did my whole wave and my point. That's my repeating motion. Ruben sees his world, his background. Here he is. And then I jump to full screen. Jumping to full screen, you can either hover over the webcam like this with your mouse and double click, Or you can go to the bottom on the control bar where it says expand webcam, click that there, and then click it here to go back. But either way, when you jump to full screen, it's a nice way to break up the visuals and you can really just make your point because you're the expert on what you're talking about and then go back to the page. It takes their attention just to you because you want to make that point and then go back. You also can physically scroll around. You can be very open and loose, however you normally are when you're kind of explaining things. You can also be more regimented. So if you can hit the pause button at the bottom, stop the recording. There's nothing that says you have to keep going. You can hit pause whenever you want, and then click it again to resume. You also can use this right over here, the annotation tool. So if I want to come in here, start underlining some things, if I want to point some things out with an arrow, if I want to do some text on screen to kind of hammer home a point, if I want to put things in order of importance, if I want to circle some stuff, you have all these annotations you can use. And the annotations are going to stay where they're supposed to stay. So if I continue down the page, they're not going to follow me down. They'll stay right here. And then you can hit the delete button and that will get rid of them. And then to save the video into the platform, like we did before, we're going to click the check mark down the bottom, and that's going to save it right into the Dubb platform and take us to the video edit page that you saw before this when we were recording with our webcam. So there it is right there. Now, as far as another screen recorder that we have the Dubb desktop app, and the desktop app is pretty amazing. What the team built was a pretty cool piece of technology. So what you can do is go to Google Dubb desktop app, download it from Mac or PC, and then when you click here, the little Dubb symbol is going to show up either at the top or the bottom, and then click View Quick Menu. Got that right here. And we're going to look at recording screens. So you can see the difference between Chrome that you just saw and what we're going to do right now. So one of the first similarities that you're going to notice is going to be with the actual webcam. So when I open up the webcam here, I have all of the same functionality that you saw earlier. I can change the shape, sizes, zoom in, virtual background, all of that. I also have the annotation tool that you saw earlier, right here. Now the teleprompter is a little different. So this one, like I was saying before, when you record your full screen, it's not going to show. Also, when you look for the script, like we did before, there's our script, you're going to notice the first option right here says auto track. Auto track means voice recognition. So if I was to hit record and read this script, it's going to go at my pace. I also can close this and I can use the scroll option, just like we did before. So if you don't want to use your voice recognition, you rather go at a certain speed, that's a better flow for you, you can do one or the other. There are some days I use scroll, some days I use auto track. So it depends on kind of what I'm doing. And then to close it, you can click that there and it closes it. You also can physically move this wherever you want to. Now, another big difference is this. Right down here at the bottom, you're going to notice you're going to see this red slash through this square right here. What that means is if I was going to hit record, I would get my entire desktop screen. If I get rid of this red slash by clicking on it, now I have a drop down and currently it's on custom. So these are the borders of what I'm recording. So I can crop around anything that I want to crop around, whether it's a website, document, listing agreement, contract, Canvas slide, whatever it is, video. And I have that ability to really be flexible with that. I also can click landscape and it's for YouTube. So if I have a YouTube channel, it's immediately in that format. I also can do 9:16 if I want to, right here from the desktop. So I have a video I want to record, just put it on top of a website, crunch your browser, put it on top of a document, whatever you want, you can go in this format for social media. Now, in terms of recording, here's what this would look like. I'm going to hit the record button down here at the bottom, the red button. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1. Here I am. I'm now recording. I can pause and resume the recording just like before, but the big difference is the check mark. Normally in Dubb, when you select the check mark, it means you're saving it into the platform, but not with the desktop app. So when you click the check mark here, it means, hey, you've just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record a number of clips and then we're going to merge them together into one video at the end. So that makes it different than the Chrome that you just saw because the Chrome extension is just one video. You pause and resume. Desktop app, you're putting clips together. Now with clip recording, it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer if you want to make them part of the story. Every Dubb video you save into Dubb has an MP4 version that you can download. So if you did record something in Dubb and you want to download the MP4 and make it part of this video here, you can do that, or any MP4 video you have on your computer. Now here, when I recorded this screen recording, here's my first clip. So now I'm like, you know what? I want to do another screen recording clip and go back to where I was, whether it was on top of a website, a document, whatever. I want to go back to there to do another clip. So down here at the bottom, there are three creative icons. So I'm going to select the first one all the way to the left because that one is record screen video, which is what I just did. So if I click this here, it's going to bring me right back to where I was. I'm going to hit record again. And now I am just recording a second clip and I'm building out my clips now. I'm going to hit the check mark again. And now it saves it. Oh, it should save it. Let's see if it does. Let's try that again. I wonder if my computer is like, I'm tired. I don't want to do another one. Here we go. All right, second clip. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. Let's click it again. Check mark. There we go. So here's the second clip now. You can move these around in any order that you want. So you don't have to record chronologically. I like that because sometimes I like to do the beginning and the middle. It really kind of frees you up. You also can download or delete each individual clip. And that's a nice thing about clip recording. If you mess up and you have a great clip before that, you don't have to get rid of that other clip. Just get rid of the one you just did. You know, you can technically fix anything with editing inside the platform when it's done, but it's a nice option to have to save one clip and get rid of one you don't like. Now, if I want to keep recording, but I want to switch up the style in this video, there's a second option down here for webcam. So if I click this one here, now it's going to open up my webcam, and this could be my opening, this could be my ending, this could be just a clip of where I want to talk about something very important, or I want to, like before, you take control and you talk about something. This is a nice way to switch up the visuals, hit the check mark, and now you have that clip that's in there, and again, you can move it around. The last one here is Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator I use a lot. I like it because you can take a pre-recorded video that you make and you can put it on top of anything. So like we saw before when I was in the bubble explaining something, that was live. I hit record and I'm doing it, I'm multitasking, I'm doing everything all at once. With Dubb Narrator, you can pre-record a video of you or someone else or whatever it is, and you can take that pre-recorded video and put it on top of anything you want to put it on top of, whether it's a website, document, whatever it is. So you don't have to multitask. You can do it in two parts. Record your videos saying everything you want to say, and then all you have to do is just move it around on a page or a document or whatever and point things out. So it really kind of splits it up. So if you click narrator video, it's going to take you to your video library right inside of Dubb. I'm going to put narrator in because I have everything saved under that. I'm going to select my pre-recorded video. There it is. And again, I would just put myself on top of whatever I want to, hit record, and now the pre-recorded version of me is going to take over. Welcome into this video about how to use Kyra, your AI-powered video coach. And I can pause and resume and then hit the check mark and we'll save it. Now, at this point, if we recorded everything that we needed in the styles that we want, now we just want to merge these together into one video. So all we have to do is click the edit button right over here to the bottom right. That's going to merge our clips together. And once they're merged together, you actually have an editing option right within the desktop app. So right from this point here, before we even save it into the platform, I can hit the play button. Here I am. Hey, everybody. I can drag my timeline just like this. So if I have something I want to cut out, I can drag it to the first cut point, hit the scissors. That's going to split our clip into two. Drag it to the second cut point. Let's just say it's right there. Scissors. And now I have three pieces. Which one do I want to get rid of? Well, I'm going to click on the one that I do. I'm going to hit the delete trash can here, and it's gone. If I want to bring everything back, just click the undo button. Undo, undo, undo 3 times, and now I'm right back to the beginning. You also can click this button right here, which is called Smart Cut. So if you want a version of the video where all these pink areas are silences, if you want to get rid of them and you want a tighter cut, you have the ability to do that. And then at this point, you have the ability to download the MP4 and then upload it into the platform for both here. Now, the last kind of recording that we're going to look at is going to be the mobile app. Now, the mobile app is really good because obviously the cameras on the phones are great. If you do a lot of screen recording where you're doing stuff like we just saw or webcam stuff and you want to switch things up, it's nice to kind of switch up the diversity of the recording. Like you could set a selfie stick up on your desk here, landscape, whatever way you want to do it. And there's some neat functionality right here on the mobile app to kind of, show what you want to show. Like I showed in the beginning, the picture-in-picture function is really neat, not only just for real estate folks, but for anyone that wants to make an interesting video showing what's in front of them and they're on that screen as well. So this one here, when you have the Dubb mobile app for Android or iPhone, get it from the areas, download it, get it on your phone. And when you have it here, here's how you record. You're going to hit the blue camera icon that sits right at the bottom, and that's going to open up your camera. Now, when it opens up, you've got some options. It's going to be defaulted for 1 minute. So if I was going to hit record now, it would cut me off at a minute. I can go to other specific times. I always put mine over to 10 minutes because you can't go beyond 10 on the mobile app, and I know I'm not going to get cut off. In terms of recording, this is how you record. Tap the circle at the bottom or hold and release. Tap, and now you're going to see timer is up here in my eye line, and it's also down here on the button. I'm going to tap it again. There is the clip that I've just recorded. So just like the desktop app that we just went over, this is a clip recorder as well. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I want it. I'm going to hit record one more time. So I have a couple clips in here. Here we go. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. There's my second clip. And I can move these around just like the desktop app. I can change the order. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. So I can change the order to anything I want to. And if I tap a clip individually, I can delete, trim, or edit. And if I select the edit button, I can add royalty-free music. We have a whole library. I can type text on the screen if I want to. I can do a voiceover. I can add music. I can speed up the action, all from within each clip. And then over here to the right, you've got some icons that are important. This one at the top is going to record what's in front of you. This one right here is going to be a countdown timer. So whether you want to do 3 or 10. I always do 3 just because it matches everywhere else in Dubb. Seems like the perfect amount of time to get ready to smile and then deliver the dialogue that you want to deliver. Below here is your teleprompter. So if you select this here, it's going to open up. You're going to tap up here to find your script, just like we did with everything else. Here's the script. This is the speed between 1 and 10 that you can adjust. Play button will play it. You can hit the pencil icon if you want to make some real-time changes, because a lot of times when you're delivering a script, it may have written well, but when you actually start delivering it, you might be, oh, I want to change it, doesn't maybe sound right. Now, if your eyes are not staying up here at the top where they should be, you can either increase the speed to have the words flow more, or you can move up the guardrails here like this. So I can slide it up. So see how it's only right there? My eyes have to stay at the top. There's nothing to read down here. If it was an issue, if your eyes are dropping down. Also, this distance right here in this angle is pretty good. Now, as far as the delivery, it's good to pre-read these things because there are certain emphasis on the script that you want to make. So that's just something that, as a reminder, every message has a delivery flow. Like it's not just one tone or whatever. Just go through it a couple times. It really helps with the natural delivery. Now, if you have an iPhone, and this should be coming to Android very soon, the team has been working on it. If you go to this gear icon here, you can go to Auto Track. Auto Track is voice recognition like we have on the desktop app. So when I hit record now, you're going to notice that when I read the script, I can go at my pace and it will move. Welcome into this video about how to use AIRA, your AI-powered video coach that will give you immediate and non-biased feedback on the videos that you record. And I can go at my own pace. So that is an option right there with the gear icon. To close the teleprompter, tap the X, top right, and it closes it. Now, if you recorded a video outside the Dubb mobile app on your phone, and you want to drop it down into here inside the app, go to the folder button right here to the right. That will take you to your photo video area. Select the video that you want. It'll say, do you want to add the clips? You click yes, and it will drop it right down in here. If you want to record your screen, this button. If you want to use filters, you can select this button here, black and white, skin smoothing, other different color effects that you can do. Whatever you want to add, you can do that there. This one right here is picture in picture. This is the one we showed at the top. This is where you can do both cameras on your phone and you can show what's in front of you and you can move yourself around, zoom yourself in, back up, zoom in the background, back up. A lot of options here. Obviously really great for property walkthroughs, but any industry where you want to show what's in front of you and be on the screen as well. The last option down here is virtual background. So like we saw in the beginning behind us, same thing here, screenshot on your phone, people's properties, profiles, company websites, articles, anything of note, screenshots that are going to give context. Then you're going to click here, and then you're going to go to the photo video area on your phone, select the photo you want, put it behind you, and just start talking about it and whatever you want to do in terms of framing. And then the last part is when you're ready to combine all of these clips into one video, select the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge all your clips together. And that Video is going to be on your phone, the finished version, and you can click upload here to upload it into the platform. You can also add burned in subtitles to this point as well. So those are the different ways that we record. And the whole idea behind it is to really lean into the visuals of what you're trying to get across. And by doing that and doing the different kinds of recording, it really helps get that message there. Now, when a video is saved into Dubb, whenever we save a video into Dubb, it goes to the video edit page that we looked at earlier. Inside the video edit page, this is where you can do some stuff. So let's just take this as an example. Oh, let's grab this one. Let's take this as an example here. So we can click the little pencil icon up here at the top. We can change the title. I'll just put different title on there. Click save. You also, this little drop down right here, you can click this here and you can change it to another preset landing page if you want to. These are our presets. Remember our landing pages. Someone clicks on a video and it takes them to a page that looks like this. You'll notice this one here says Rob's preset. That's my default preset. So anytime I record a video, it will always add this background to it. These buttons, these videos, this setup. I can change it to different presets, or if I click the details tab, I can always change the buttons or the playlist videos that are on this page to anything specific just for this video if I want to do that. We also have analytics. So down here under activity, it says no activity yet. So like I mentioned earlier, there is tracking. You're going to know, did they open the emails, click on the buttons, watch the videos, just view the page. If they did watch the video, you're going to know the watch rate, which again helps with the follow-up in terms of percentage. You also have your own AI coach right here called Kyra that's going to give you feedback on all of this right here. And if you click generate, it's going to give you feedback from a visual standpoint and a content standpoint in terms of what you've just recorded, which is nice non-biased feedback. Then if you click the editing tab, any video that you save into Dubb has an editor. And this is very similar to the desktop editor that you saw earlier. So you can hit the play button. Hey, you can drag your timeline like we saw. Just remember to click your scissor icon to split the clips. Drag it to your second cut point. Scissors. I have 3 pieces now. Whatever is highlighted in orange, delete. And then if you want to bring it back, undo, undo, undo. Now, if you ever edit something where you cut this up a lot and you don't want to hit undo a bunch of times, all you have to do is go to the top, download the MP4 version of this video to your computer, click replace video, click save, and you're good. Now, you recorded a video, you have it on a customized landing page. Here's how you'd send it. So over here in Gmail as an example, you're going to open up a compose. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you want to have the word video in the subject line. Really stands out. It's rare if you even see that in your inbox. And then to add a video in here, you can do it in a couple ways. One is going to be with the little button down here at the bottom, the Dubb button here. And this shows up down here when you have the Chrome extension screen recorder up here. So when you do, this button in Gmail shows up at the bottom and Outlook gets over in add-ins off to the right. So if you click this here, opens up the Chrome extension that we saw earlier, find the video that you want. There it is right here. And then go to advanced options, put the email of the person you're sending it to get that advanced tracking. You even can add a little personalization text at the top of the video and then click insert and it pops it in just like that. Now, if you don't want to use this shortcut, you can absolutely come right over here, click the big blue share and send button, put the email in for the tracking, add a little personalization text, click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste right inside of here. And there it is right there. Now, if you are sending on LinkedIn, like we made a video for Ruben before, you definitely want to connect with the person first before you send it. Because if you try to send a video with a connection request, it will only show up as a link. You won't get that nice, pretty animated GIF. So connect first, most people do, and then click message. And then all you have to do is drop a video in here, and you can use, again, the shortcut, the little LinkedIn integration we have. Click the Dubb button, find your video. There it is. Click insert. And then you can even highlight this right here and change it to more personal text and then send. And then Ruben's going to see that nice animated GIF right there. Now, if you do have a CRM that you're using, like a HubSpot, a Follow Up Boss, a Go High Level, or using like a sender like a MailChimp or something, we have a lot of integrations with these different companies. So you can keep your workflows with them. You can just drop a Dubb video in. If you do want to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can. You can come right over to CRM, upload your contacts with a CSV file, task deals, tags. You can do campaigns within Dubb, bulk email and SMS. We've got training on all of this. And if you want to use automation, you absolutely can do that with our Pro Plus plan, something Darius teaches, where you can have automatic workflows. Now, lastly, within here in the dashboard, you have our AI writer IRA. So what we added is a little different here. We added this about a year ago. We added a profile feature to the AI writer. So if you click this here, I have basic and sales just as examples. But again, how we talked about the landing pages speak directly to certain segments of your audience, you can do the same thing here. So let's just take recruiting, employers, candidates. I could create one for each. And when you do create this, you're just going to start answering the questions that IRA has so it can learn about your audience and learn about this outreach. Choose your preferred tone of communication. You can even attach a writing structure here called the have method that we have here. And then click save, and then just choose, okay, what part of my audience am I working on? And then choose the one you want. Come down here, choose a prompt, and then all you have to do is finish it here. I'll say on my video is the best for closing sales. Choose your length, click submit. And now IRA is going to give me copy based on the information I said about the audience, because that's what I'm working on. And if I applied the have method, that writing structure, it opens with a hook, addresses their needs, provides value, and extends an offer. So you can have that writing structure in there if you want to. If you don't have to. But it's made there to make it a little bit easier. Now down here, once it gives you the copy, you can preview it back, have it read back in an AI voice. You can copy it to a clipboard. You can import it directly to scripts, which is right over here to the left under assets, scripts. And then guess what? You load it into a teleprompter, you deliver the video. You could even import this to a voice video, or you can go to the avatar library and apply an avatar if you want to do that as well. So there's a lot of different options for this, but the main idea is when you reach out, what does your visual look like? Does it have a hook, the script, as soon as you record something? Are you saying something immediately that's going to stop that person and make them think? Those are some of the biggest factors in terms of doing this. Okay, so let's see. We're almost to the top of the hour. Anybody questions on anything? I know we ran through a bunch. This will be on our Dubb support channel. I will drop this in the chat. So later today or by the morning, if you want to check out this actual recording and go back to the certain parts that you're interested in, that's one of the best ways people usually learn. If it's about the mobile app, they'll pull up the mobile app part, pull up their phone, have it out, learn it. If it's desktop app, Chrome, all the same kind of stuff. At the end of the day, regardless of your industry, when you're sending this, make sure that the visual stands out when you have that. Wendy, go ahead. I saw you had your hand up.
So a couple of questions. One is, so the countdown are the seconds for the GIF?
The countdown is when you hit record, the 3, 2, 1, that's just getting ready to record. And as soon as that countdown ends, it goes to 1 and it starts recording, the first 3 seconds of that video will be the animated GIF.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It would be cool if it went 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the growing up as a kid, one of my favorite movies was Lethal Weapon 2, the sequel, and there's a scene where
Right.
trying to save him off the toilet in this big scene, right? And he's like, "Okay, we're gonna go on three. Wait, is it 3, 2, 1, or is it one?" Like they're trying to figure out, is it on one? Is it after one? Like so, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That's been a question that I had. The other thing is, so for YouTube campaigns,
Yeah.
does it work better? Like I remember in one training you said
Mhm.
it seems like it does better if you don't have the presets and all the things behind it and you just put a video.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on kind of what the goal is. I mean, with YouTube, a lot of the times, even with the stuff that we do on our YouTube stuff, we'll always have a link in the description below for whatever action they want them to take. I mean, sometimes we're talking about webinars, sometimes we're talking about the live training here. Sometimes we'll have a Dubb landing page where we want them to go there. So if you are doing the YouTube stuff, the thing is like you can't really control what the next video is going to play on YouTube. So it's kind of like you can get lost in whatever they want to recommend next, which might be your own video. So definitely, we always try to say, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff that anyone would normally say. But we can also say, if you click below, you can learn about A, B, C, and D, and then that can go to a landing page. Or if you want to, this is always an option too. Let me show you this right here. You can do this. If you want to just do this, I showed you the, here, let me show you this right here. Remember on the landing pages how we have SIA over here to the right? Remember the AI that can answer
Yep.
questions, right? Well, it doesn't always just have to be on the landing page. So what you can do is if you wanted to, instead of a Dubb video page landing page after the YouTube video, you could do this. Go to Assets, Sales Assistants. These are the different sales assistants you can create. And see how it says external link right here?
Uh-huh.
You can click that there and then just copy this. See how it opens up like kind of ChatGPT almost?
Uh-huh.
You can copy this link and then have it below like one of the YouTube videos that you have. So when they click on it, it opens up and they can just start chatting right away with something like this. If you don't want them on another landing page with videos and buttons and all that. So it's just
Well,
kind of a creative choice.
I guess my question is because I found, I'm trying to get 1,000 videos, of
Mhm.
people just saying I'm one voice for peace, let's make the difference.
Yeah.
But so I'm thinking having the ability to create it in Dubb right there and have a script in front of them,
Mhm.
can I make like a script for them to have in their not really, probably.
You mean for
I
the
could just
person? Explain that again, Wendy? Sorry.
Okay, so I'm trying to get 1,000
Right.
videos of
Yep.
people saying one voice for peace.
Sure.
And the biggest thing is people like, well, I don't know what to say. Tell
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
what to say, right?
Right.
But
Right.
I'm loving the idea of like send back with a Dubb video,
Yep.
and then I can put what they're supposed to say in the description or whatever right under that. But can I post that on YouTube?
You mean their videos that they send you?
No, the
The script?
presets.
Yeah, yeah, you could if you wanted to, like below the if you wanted, like if you sent me a video and you like, you had kind of a little script that you wanted me to say, right?
Uh-huh.
Or something, you could deliver that below in the description. You could just have them copy and paste it. And what they could do if they wanted to, they could technically grab the Dubb mobile app and just record something. Or they could, take any teleprompter they have, load that script in, and they could do the whole reply with video thing. So if you have a list of people that you're sending this to, you could always use the reply with video button below, just in general. Like say, hey, click the reply with video button. That would work in direct emails or texting. If you're making the YouTube video, you could mention it in the YouTube video, say click below, and you could have the text of the script right there, right? Something short for them. And then they could click the Dubb link below that. That takes them to the landing page, and then they can click reply with video and send that video back.
I think I like that. And then, so as far as the other platforms, like I picked YouTube because it's, the largest search engine, whatever. But if I did it on Instagram or TikTok, can you also do you need to strip the video down, or can it be the landing page that with the presets?
It really depends. I mean, a lot of the platforms, you can do a lot of them like the raw MP4 videos that you upload because every Dubb video you record, you can download the MP4.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I've been doing.
yeah, so it's really just about what is the link and what does it say below. So you can either do a pinned comment below, like, or you can have that top comment just sits there, or
Uh-huh.
it's in the description. So it kind of depends on the platform. But LinkedIn, we always do a pinned comment below. So you can just, and if you just know that, you could just say, in general, click below if you don't want to say description or pinned comment.
Right.
Well, you can apply to anything.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Okay.
if you want to send one over, Wendy, like we put this in here before, but feedback at Dubb. I just put it in the chat. So if you want to send over something where you want us to get some feedback on it, feel free to send it over.
Oh, okay. I would love that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just feeling I'm frustrated because people say they'll do it, they want to, but they never get around to it, right? But I love the Dubb, like, hey, reply with the video right
Yeah, just
here.
say made it easy for you. No download, click reply with video, short two or three things want them to say, and then boom, they can do it.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. Well, thanks, Wendy. Appreciate that.
All right.
Let's see, Eric. I saw your hand up. Hey, Eric.
Hey, sorry, Mike wasn't cooperating there.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just had a quick question. We're trying to test doing some outreach at scale, like where we
Yeah.
make like a uniform cold outreach video to, let's just say, recruiters, for example.
Yeah.
Is there a way to customize intros for each unique video without having to make a ton of videos or make anything uniquely specific? I didn't know if there's anything in your AI that might do that.
We don't have the like what's it called? HeyGen, where you can switch a lot of that stuff up. We don't have that. Like I guess the trick would be you could technically, you have a list of names, like if it was a bunch of Robs, bunch of Johns, bunch of Dereks, bunch of Janes, all that kind of stuff. You technically could do those openings with that, and then it runs into the next video that plays right after it, so it feels kind of seamless. You could also technically, with the bulk sends with your own CRM or within Dubb, when you do a bulk, you could put, the whole template's hey first name. So it will fill in the list that you've included. It will have the person's name. It will have the banner across the top that will have the person's name right above the video. So you could technically not say their name and maybe focus more on if you're doing one with the phone where it has a message, maybe it's more about that message. And then it feels like you're speaking right to them because it has the name above and it has the name in the email. It's kind of a little bit of
Got
a,
it.
it's kind of the best you can do on that probably in terms of the delivery.
Yep. Just curious. Thank you.
Yeah, 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 of course. And then let's see. Oh, thanks, Jim. Appreciate the kind words. Lynette, your advice on a new member who is starting to learn how to make videos using Dubb. So Lynette, let me pop over to Lynette. Lynette. Hi, Lynette. You can
Hi,
nice to meet you.
nice meeting you too. I'm a new member of Dubb, and just wondering what would be your advice to start? Because it looked like it's overwhelming, but I need to start like a starting point of how to learn everything.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is Lynette, what's your industry? What do you do?
I'm going to be recruiting. I'm with Recruiter.me.
Okay. So recruiting. So what's the industry you recruit for?
Healthcare, nurses, doctors,
Okay.
healthcare. Mhm.
Okay. So when you're reaching out, do you have a list of people that you're reaching out to, or how do you kind of reach out to your prospects?
I haven't got any further, but I will be reaching out to people. Then I will need like videos to respond back
Okay.
to them, but I will be reaching out through the LinkedIn.
Okay. So for LinkedIn, so this is a very specific example, and it's in the recording here. So it's going to be up on YouTube later this afternoon or the morning, but I'll show you this right here. This is what I was showing earlier. So let's pretend like Ruben here's a doctor. We'll pretend he's a doc instead of in charge of the Dubb company. So if you're reaching out to him, you want to use the Chrome extension. It's right up here at the top. See this little symbol right here, right there?
Yeah.
So you
Hmm.
just put it into Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's like a three-step process to get it up here. Okay. And once it's there, see how it puts me on the page like this?
Right.
So
Hmm.
this is where you want to put yourself probably like right next to the person. You can go a little bit smaller, bigger. This is probably good size so they can see their profile, their background, and everything, right? Now,
Right.
the whole idea when you record this is shorter the better in terms of what's your big hook that you're opening with. Why should Dr. Dua here stop and listen to your message? So you can do this in a couple ways. You can do this, begin your video, get into what you want to say. You also technically can use your Dubb mobile app phone and you can have a little whiteboard written on here like this. I'll show you in a second. See that little, it's just, I'm just having fun with this message, but see how
Okay.
you can
Yeah,
have
I
something
see
like
it.
this, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That would be interesting for him to see. So
Okay.
think about what is your hook? What's the first thing when he clicks on it that you're going to say immediately? And then
Oh,
when you do these videos and you hit record, jump to full screen to talk to him and then go back to the page. But I would keep it short, open with a hook that's very important about why you should listen. It can be a piece of information or a thing that you're recommending, maybe he's unaware of. If you have like a guide or a document that he can download below the video, that would be kind of cool. Like if you offered some kind of value that he could have. And then the last part would be booking a time if that's what you wanted to do. But definitely a short, I would say less than 30 seconds, because when you make these videos, you got to remember that, here, let me show you this, that when you make these videos and you send it to him and he clicks on it, you should definitely have the playlist videos. Remember these playlist videos? You want to have a video that plays right after it, minute or less, that talks
okay.
about what you do. Do you know what I mean? And you can
Okay.
reference that. But it should always be about them, value, quick, what's the reason? Then that will play right after. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And then just remember to connect, if you can, a little connector message to them first on LinkedIn. Most people do connect. And then just click message and then see how this is right here in the inbox like that.
Oh, okay.
That's what it would look
Wow.
like. And just use the little integration here to add the video in. But you want to connect first before you do, because if you don't connect and you send a video, it would just be a link. You won't get that nice animated GIF.
Right.
Yeah, and then like I said, Lynette, this training where we covered that earlier will be on the YouTube support channel, Dubb YouTube support later in the day or in the morning. So you can just go right
Okay.
back to that part. And I dropped a feedback at Dubb email in the chat if you need to send something over to us to take a look at.
All right. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah, you're very, very welcome. And then Kyan, I saw your message about yeah, I'd messaged the team about that. I haven't heard back yet. I'll have to follow up in terms of how you were able to access your dad's account, which is just interesting. So I'll follow up on that with those guys today. All right, everybody. Listen, thanks so much for coming in, as always, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.